Hey everybody, it's Terez Paylor, Chiefs beat writer for the Kansas City Star. Bucket hat is back on, which means only one thing: we're back in St. Joe. Only two days after the exhibition game, but we're back here. Chiefs worked in full pads too. Kind of an interesting practice. Thought the second team offense tore it up in the game, but today, in today's practice, I thought the offense in general looked a little shaky. Just had quarterbacks, receivers had trouble getting on the same page. Defense definitely won the day, and they actually could have had a better day because they dropped some picks as well. So I know it's 2 days after a game. It's only one practice. I'd be surprised if they didn't come back out here and do a little better. As always, we're gonna go through some injuries, some interesting plays that happened during the game, and then just something to look forward to in tomorrow's Star. First of all, with the injuries, the big deal: Eric Fisher left practice early today with an ankle injury, left ankle injury, and he was actually taking up the field on the cart. Reed said afterward that it was an ankle sprain, which you wish he wouldn't get hurt, but as long as it's just an ankle sprain and not a high ankle sprain, that's good, because a high ankle sprain can linger. I mean, that could be a month-long injury if that's what it is. But if it's just an ankle sprain, a week, whatever, a couple weeks, I mean, he'll be back, right? And that's a good sign if that's what it is. So we'll be keeping an eye on that for sure. Also, Justin March, one of the most impressive young players out here, undrafted rookie free agent linebacker, had a good game on Saturday. Didn't practice today. Reed told us afterward that he had a knee injury in the game, and we didn't even see him out here, which is typically like not great. You prefer to see the injured guys out rehabbing by the 10th, so that's not great. Some of the guys who returned today were Jared Smith, who actually had one of the nicest play today. He caught a real nice pass, a 7-on-7 near the sideline, dove and caught it, and then he had another really nice catch, a diving catch here in 11-on-11s. And hey, Smith was a guy who was really kind of showing some stuff before he got hurt. And for those guys that are toward the end of the depth chart, the young guys, it's important for them to show stuff so they have a chance to make the practice squad. Outside of that, I thought Marcus Peters had a nice practice. He jumped a short route. Peters is so good on the stuff that's short and in front of him. He's got football instincts. He can really read stuff, and he does a good job reading his keys and making plays on the football. So, he had an interception today that really kind of stood out. And in general, there weren't like a ton of plays made just because the offense just wasn't great. But I would be surprised if they didn't come back out here better tomorrow. Also, lastly, stuff to look forward to tomorrow. I'm gonna write something on the injuries to the O-line, it's kind of interesting that Jeff Allen wasn't out here either. Remember, he hurt his knee in the game, so he wasn't out here. So the starting line without him was Fisher, Grubbs, Morse kept his job. LaRon Duvernay-Tardif was going to be involved in the story I'm writing for tomorrow, and on the right side it was Stevenson, but when Fisher got hurt, they moved Stevenson to left tackle. And Jared Pugsley, who's the guy we wrote about a week ago, who's showing well, got a bunch of first-team reps at right tackle. This is a guy who was on the practice squad last year as a guard. So at this point, it looks like he's got a chance to make this team for sure, because he was the guy that they called on. Not Derek Sherrod, not Tavon Rooks. It was Pugsley. So, good for him. But I'm going to write something about the O-line and kind of encompassing all that. And Blair Kirkhoff, my partner this year, has got a real nice story coming on David Irving. That'll be a sidebar. Irving's the big, lanky, 6'4", 270-pound defensive end from Iowa State. Didn't play last year because he kicked off his team. But out here, he's big and he's fast, and he blocked the kick on Saturday. So he's grateful for the opportunity, and it looks like he's taking advantage of it. We got a bunch more stuff coming throughout the week. Remember to keep going to kansascity.com for your Chiefs news. You can follow me on Twitter at TPKCStar. You can like me. I would like if you did that. That's just another way for you to get your Chiefs news for free, by the way. You click those links and go right to the story, no pop-up. So appreciate it, guys. Only 2 more days of camp. It ends Wednesday, baby, so it's going fast. We're going to keep grinding it out here, and I will see you then. Appreciate it.